We are back for a review of Game 5 at the request of Eastwind. Pretty sure I know why he requested this be reviewed. I'll show you that in game. This is actually going to be my second review of this because I did it once and didn't remember to hit record. So we'll go through pretty quick. Story here, HOTS has already won the match. It's 3-1, so this is really just for fun. They've subbed in their 4 fun players. So we've got Zach, Clank, and Homer. On the LSO side, for some reason we swapped out Seeker for Adren. Pretty standard trade here. We got max spiders, 4 warlocks, and 6 dwarfs, max herons. If we go over to the hot side, a little bit different. You don't typically see archers here. My guess is the idea was you could hold an area of the map with lesser percent, and then invest more heavily in other areas. Only 3 locks, still max pus, and not quite max spiders, but quite a few spiders as well. So I'm going to speed this up. Lots of drawing on the map happening on the side of Limp. But pretty standard split here. You got spiders going to the north for the Mystery Men, accompanied by Tiri. Tiri's got a couple of artillery, as well as his herons and some pus. We've got Arzik and Adren heading middle, Donsky and also shading a little bit south, and Karma going full south with just a dwarf. Looking on the hot sauce side, we've got 2 dwarfs and 2 locks headed south. So honestly, between this hill, southeast is going to be really hard for Mystery Men to do much. But if you look at hot sauce's north, Tiri is going to have a lock and a dwarf to face off versus Gecko's 2 dwarfs. Looks like we've got more spiders here as well. And we're investing more pus. So as expected, looks like those archers were just to stall mid. There's a couple decent hills for them to fall back to. We've got a couple locks here. So honestly, this map is kind of a camp fest. It's just a lot of back and forth, really. And whoever wins the dwarf warlock battle is going to win. HOTS, for some reason, they've got their locks and dwarves way back. I don't know if this is them trying to hide the artillery or if they just forgot it, if they're looking to see if they need to shift mid. It's not really clear. Doesn't accomplish much. Doesn't cost them anything either. It's just a little thing I'll notice. I will zoom in. That's been a common request, folks on these reviews. Is to zoom in occasionally, even though it's way easier to see if I'm zooming out. But not much is happening here. Frankly, we're trading lock shots back and forth. Did take some damage to that lock. Not necessary, but it's not a big deal either. Stalemate here. This is again one of many hills that are really high. That dwarf can throw a very long way from that spot. So Tiri's not really able to do a whole much. Here we've got Karma bugging out in this weird fortress area, which is interesting. We've got LSO setting up for a stall. HOTS is now walking their artillery up, so again, not much to see. Fast forwarding a bit. Looks like a pretty decent lock shot from Homer. Does do a little bit of damage to Donacy's dwarf, but not a whole lot. Clank threatening with a pus, but really just gets okay, looks like we did get 1 pus onto Gecko's dwarf, and Adren and Tiri team up to take it out. I think that's probably the first meaningful casualty of the day. The Myrmidians mid were really just a sacrifice to the dance of the flag while the archers, I guess, harassed. Homer does take a lock shot and lose an archer there. So at this point, Tiri's now pushing up to look at northwest. My team is up 5 tags to 4. South is continuing to be a stall. Not a lot going on. Looks like a pus goal or 2 has been traded. Yeah, not much to see mid. Looks like Gecko is still doing some dwarf dancing. Pus there misses from Adren, but it's not going to cost them too much. Tiri should be able to secure that northwest flag. Not a whole lot to comment on here.
Flag lost.
Yeah, I mean, just checking on the percentage, you know, up 7% for my team, up about 2 minutes in time. So in a pretty good spot. I mean, I think the message here to the team would be, don't push, don't do anything silly. We're up in time, we're up in percent, we're up in flags. Not exactly what we do, but I think you can contribute some of that to, you know, this being a match where it was already decided. It looks like Thierry is going to get rushed, so he pushed way up north, and Blade and Spoon are pretty far away, so they're able to get cut off by you know, Gecko's Dwarf here. Can't really help Thierry. Lot goes down, takes a Dwarf shot from Gecko, so big swing of things from a percent perspective. Good play from Zach, Thalander, and Gecko. Again, I think Thierry just didn't realize, you know, the danger he was in there, wasn't properly prepped. And also, I think our spiders could have been in a better position to support. I did want to see, looks like we have some pus traded here, not a ton going on. At this point, I think Thierry and the spiders are going to have to rush. Yeah, the call's made to rush Gecko. Nice spread, nice pus. So, you know, you basically traded there. Thierry was dead to the rush. He then managed to kill off Gecko's stuff. So, you know, 4-minute lead at this point. A lot of the spiders are dead on both sides. So, you know, that, you know, from a tagging perspective, that does make it a little bit harder. But yeah, I'd still say Hot Sauce is in a little bit of trouble here. Mystery Men can just slow play this and close this out. Looking at mid, we do see Homer and Clank do decide to push in. Arsenic is, you know, fighting this 1v2. Does lose his lock there, so that's big. Looked like a pretty good shot from Homer. Oh, yeah, we missed it. What happened to the East is I suicide one of my dwarves into Eastwind, who was throwing from up here on the hill. Wasn't really a reason for it, just kind of pushed mindlessly uphill. But the team's getting tags. So up 6 flags to 4, up, actually now down in percent. So must have, you know, missed some excitement. Looks like a Dren. This is let's see. Yeah, I guess that was just me losing the first dwarf that caused that percent change. Adrenaline does just get blown up. I wanted to catch that. If I could rewind it, I would. But you'll notice, you know, immediately the post-excusing commences in the chat. Okay, now back to the reason Eastwind wanted to, you know, make sure I shoutcast this game. You've got Eastwind pushing the southwest or southeast flag, southwest. Where am I? Southwest. You know, 9% on my side. He's got 7%. So I've got a slight unit lead. My team's up. Percents are about even. For some unknown reason, I decide that I just really need to rush this. Not really surprising, you know, or particularly smart. Eastwind easily able to clean that up. So that swings a percentage to 46 to 37%. But luckily for me, you know, I've got a friend who also wears, you know, neon green. That doesn't want to see me be the only player who suicides his units needlessly. Clank here gets himself between two Warlocks and a Dwarf. Manages to even up the percents nicely there at about a couple seconds. So, you know, nothing much happens for the rest of this match that's super notable. At this point, 2.5 minutes left, down by 6 minutes. Mystery Men would really need to screw this up. We're talking, you know, give up a whole bunch of tags or just lose all of their units and you know, pretty unfortunate engagements. It doesn't happen. Teams are spreading out. Yeah, I don't have much to say here. Shyster and Gecko are now pushing in. We've got Spoon with a Warlock there to potentially answer. We have some flag contest dancing going on. But now, again, minute and a half left, 6 minutes, it's all over at this point. So now we'll focus on, you know, one of the key matchups everyone in this game was excited to see. Karma versus Shyster. You know, who will win this epic duel? It's pretty unclear at this point. What is clear is that, Chiser is willing to do whatever it takes to win, including ungentlemanly behavior, like abusing, myth exploits, and healing undead units. I would have expected more, but it is what it is. I'm not going to comment on it further. I'm not here for the drama. To wrap this up, my team does end up winning. Finishes the match 3-2. Wouldn't read much into it, again, with all the subs. And, frankly, on the part of some of my team, some pretty subpar play. Tiri did pretty good damage despite getting surrounded and rushed. So give a shout out there. Looks like Donsky solid as always. LSO tops the charts with 33 damage. Didn't really see, I think most of that came from a Warlock, where he did a pretty good job pumping out the damage. On the side of Hot Sauce, I think Homer pulled off a cool rush along with Thalander, so Spy Packs were good. But I'll go ahead and just give the MVP to East Wind, since he really wanted this game to be reviewed so he could have the people know what a dominant performance he put on down here in the Southeast. So I guess that's it. Look forward to doing some more of these. Hopefully I'll be in the finals, but if not, happy to review them as well.